Assalamu alaikum.
And hello.
Welcome to episode 2
of our podcast. If you listened to one, I applaud you because it was 35 minutes.
Go back and go and listen to because it was a good one.
If you haven't, actually listen because every minute of the 35 minutes was a minute of wisdom.
So today, moving on.
So today we're going to tell you how to make the most out of your university experience.
We're going to give you 6 tips, 6 different categories, just to kind of,
Spice
pave
up
your
your
way.
life. Make the most of your life. Make your basket. The context of this, let's talk about the background of this.
Go on.
The context of this is, if you are at uni, that is 3 years of your
If
life.
you're a medical student, 5-6 years.
Exactly. If you're a dental student, 5-6 years. If you're doing a master's, if you're doing a postgrad, loads of years basically. The point is, those are key years of your life because you go in, let's say classically when you're 18, and you come out when you're like 25. It's a very long degree.
Whole ass adult.
Exactly. You change in that time. So is university and assignments the only thing that you should be investing your time in?
That long 4 years of your life, is that the only thing you want to achieve?
Answer should be
It
no.
should be no. You should be saying no right now, otherwise I'm going to reevaluate.
So that's why we're here to tell you how you can come out of that experience not only a graduate but a better person. So let's begin. What should your no, not really. These are in no particular order, by the way.
They're just down.
6 things that we thought of that we think you should incorporate in your life to give yourself a more fulfilling experience. Number 1,
this is one we always go on and on and on about. It's charity. Charity, it's dear to us, it should be dear to you. That is my number 1 thing. Is that your number 1 thing?
Definitely my number 1 thing. One of my life values is that charity, and that can be in the form of giving someone a glass of water.
Yeah, smiling is a form of charity.
Yeah, just when you're walking on the street and you see someone and you say hi, good morning.
Like moving like a stick
That's
or
it.
something out of the way.
Yeah.
Even the littlest things are a form of charity.
One thing my mum taught me that she still does, that you saw her doing the other day and you were like, what's she doing? Is we'll go out and as we're walking, she'll actively look on the street for things that are in the way and she will move them out of the way. Like once there was like a banana skin. The other day there was like a stick.
Rotten banana skin.
Anything. She will literally move it out of the way. And she's like, these are the, she literally says to me, she's like, these are the little things that will take you to Jannah.
Charity, it can come in many different forms. Like you can get involved in like charity stuff at university, outside of university, or even on your daily trips to uni or something. Your trips to uni or something. Sorry, I'm not a road man. Your trips to uni or something. Just give somebody a smile, give salam, say hi. It's not hard. It's not hard to be a nice person.
No, I think charity is actually for you. So
1,000,000%.
we say like, oh, we'll feed this orphan and that's great for them, and they will eat once and they will thank you for it, and that will be that.
You will reap the rewards.
It's for you. That orphan does not need you at all. They have Allah. Okay.
No.
We need Allah to be happy with us. That's why we're doing charity.
Who are going to be closest to Allah on the Day of Judgment? Not us.
Let's talk about Charity Week first. So Charity Week is, I think, the best way to get involved in charity at university.
Is one thing I'd say, sign up for Charity
It's
Week.
amazing.
Even if you don't feel like it, if you're scared, no. Charity Week is amazing. And
It's as little or as much commitment as you want. So Charity Week is an Islamic Relief organised initiative around the world, and they have 1 week in which they push the donation. So basically, universities around the world, the ISOCs organise events, mosques, community centres, groups of people organise events, bake sales, bucketing, to raise as much as they can for orphans. It's such a big initiative because it means that if we're raising around the world in the same dates, we can raise more and therefore we can help more. So they don't support one project, they support multiple.
And they keep adding projects. Like this past 2 weeks alone, they've added for Palestine, for Morocco, for Afghanistan. So it's not just for one
It's always
thing.
relevant, it's always well researched, and it's well spent.
SubhanAllah, it is a way to bring the community together. Everybody comes together, Muslims or non-Muslims, to raise money for those orphans, for those people who are in need of charity.
All of our lecturers remember every year they're like, when they see us on campus, they're like, oh, it's that week again, isn't it, when you're raising money. And I think
People in
that
the public.
is bigger than what we raised. Last year, when we were the H&M. How did you know?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, we were doing like a little challenge plus bake sale kind of thing. A lot of people would come and want to donate but wouldn't have change. So if they've given us like £10, they would say, I want to put £5 in. Do you have change? We couldn't open the box and give them change, so we would go from our pocket, here's £5 back, and then it would mean that they've ended up donating more money. So a man came over with 20 and he was like, can I have £10 back? And nobody had £10, and Malika was like, here's £10 back. And she gave him £10, he donated 20, and it was all great, we forgot about it. On the same day,
after we finished, because we would do like a 9 to 5 at that bake sale, and then we were like, okay, let's go H&M. I need something.
We needed something, so we went to H&M. She bought some clothes, and the lady forgot to charge her for one of the items. Yeah. We went home, we looked at it. Like, H&M closed. We were like, we'll go back the next day. So we went back the next day.
We were like, you didn't charge me for this. She's like, it's okay, it's free, it's for you, and I got a £10 voucher.
In fact, yeah, she was like, in fact, let me give you a gift card. So, she not only got the free item.
It was like a £20-30.
But yeah,
I don't know what it was.
She gave her. It was what I remember really distinctly is it was the exact same amount that you had given him. Yeah. So it was like a £10 gift voucher, which was the exact same
free
amount.
Clothes. It was very weird.
So I just thought it's a very small example and could very well be a coincidence, but
at the same time,
it was just like that thing about. When you donate, it increases your wealth, does not take anything from it. 1,000,000% true. That was a literal example of when you donate, it increases your wealth. And more metaphorical example is, first of all, I just want to say that I don't like to sit here and talk about what we donate. I think that's wrong.
When you should
charity,
give with your right hand. Yeah, give with your right hand and make sure your left
doesn't even know it. So the reason that I'm telling you this is for the sake of encouraging people to do the same. I struggle, like a lot of the month as students. We're struggling to make ends meet, like we've got a lot of responsibility, but what I have done is I've got a direct debit, multiple direct debits to different places, because I feel like, and one of the things that has helped is whenever you get paid, immediately give sadaqah. The first thing you should do from your salary or any kind of payment is give it to charity. And in return, what happens is, when I struggle, I don't realise it. Some way, somehow, I always have enough, alhamdulillah, to get by. If you want barakah in your wealth,
give to charity.
Yeah.
It's for your hereafter.
That is one of the ways that you can actually add to your life at university. Our second thing on this list is that you need to spend some time with your friends. Every person in your life, your family, your friends, has a right over you and your time, and that is Islam advocates for that as well. So your family, they have a right over your time. If you've got a wife, children. If you have a wife, you have children, they have a right. I can't speak today. If you have a wife and children, they have a right over your time. If you have parents, they have a right over your time. Your siblings have a right over your time. You need to give people in your life the time that they deserve.
She's right. Take out a couple of hours or something, spend time with your friends. You don't even need to be doing anything. Sit there, just spend time with them.
Family was our other thing on our list. Okay, so family and friends are two separate things, because your friends have a right over your time and so does your family. Obviously, you need to balance that. There is that hadith where it says that near the time of Qiyamah, the son will be closer to his friends than he is to his father, and he will prefer to spend time with his friend than he will with his own father. That's powerful, because that is sad.
That is what is happening these days.
And that is what is happening these days. So there is a balance, and you need to find that balance. Your friends have a right over you. Absolutely, go out with them and have fun.
Nobody's saying don't spend time with your friends, but at the same time,
so does your family.
Your family has a haq over you too.
Exactly. And if you're living in a faraway place, like we're in Plymouth, my family's not in Plymouth, and my mum is, I've got to give time to her, and it is on me to actually try and take time out to give time to my family back home.
Like me, I live, 4 hours away from my family? Yeah. I don't go back every week. I it's not possible. You got to balance yourself as well at the same time. But I go back, I see them. Why? Because that's my family, and they have a hug over me too. And believe it or not, your family actually do like you. They do actually miss you. If you guys don't think they do, deep down they do.
Even if they don't say it,
they do. But take time out of your life, like a weekend, go home, spend time with your family. It will bring enjoyment into your life, because you realise, you're like, I don't get this at uni, I'm all alone. But Allah has really blessed me with this, with family. You know, family is one of the best things you can have.
Don't neglect them.
Don't neglect
and take
them.
that time out is what we're trying. And it might not be that you travel, like you're saying, you don't
can
go
phone
every
them.
weekend.
I phone my mum
Phone them
every
every
night.
day. Exactly.
And you know that makes a fat difference to her life and to my life. You know the
FaceTiming
smile.
them.
Yeah, you know the smile you see on their faces. A, that's a form of charity, and B, seeing your mum smile. I'm sorry, but that it's the most beautiful thing.
There is I'm going to fact check this, and by the way, anything that we talk about in
will be
hadith,
given.
I will be giving references in the description box. There is a hadith that I read once about making your mother smile is like getting the reward of going on Umrah or Hajj, either one of those. And I will find the hadith because it's a really beautiful hadith and it stuck with me. So we've told you 3 things that you can incorporate in your university life to make it better for you.
What is another way? Sports and hobbies. You need something to do. When you come home from uni, on the weekend, on that after a long weekend. Why are you laughing?
No, I'm just laughing because we sound like university admissions people. Like the criteria is you need to have sports and hobby.
You need to have
It's
this.
true though.
But after a long ass week at uni,
you want to unwind.
what do you want to do?
Or even midweek. Like I prefer my hobby and sports to be midweek.
Fine. After a long 2 days at uni,
Exactly.
what do you want to do? Do you want to come home and work? Do you want to come home and stress? Do you want to come home and do nothing? No.
And can I stress that we're talking about being productive here? So if Netflix is your hobby, fine, okay, it's a stress reliever, but are you really adding to your life by watching Friends for 6 hours? I like my Netflix, is what I'm trying to say, but what are you getting from watching that for 6 hours? Like for 6 hours? Or 5 hours?
I
or
say 3 hours.
hours.
You're watching a Bollywood movie. That's 4 hours of your life spent doing what?
On what? Is that productive to you? Is that made you a better person? Have you come out of watching Girl on a Whore thinking, oh my god, I am a
you've come out singing.
individual?
In fact, that's worse.
It's
worse.
I'm totally for watching movies and they help you unwind. Fine.
Do it, whatever.
But is that your only hobby?
No.
Is
Find
what I'm
something
saying.
else. Do some baking, something.
Yeah.
If anybody decides to bake after this, I like brownies, I like cinnamon rolls, I like everything to do with dessert.
I like
so
everything.
please let me know.
So just let me know. But yeah.
But anyways,
bake, play a sport.
do
Sport
anything.
is really good.
Go play some football.
Sport has changed
Some
my
cricket.
life.
Go
Sport
play
has
cricket.
Go to the gym.
Or even take a walk. I like doing that. You know,
Anything. Yeah, walks are nice.
Plymouth has the sea. You know what I like doing? I like literally just taking a fat long walk, chucking my AirPods on, go to the sea, sit there,
Yeah.
and just listen
Plymouth
to
is
some,
really good for a walk.
you know, sunrise
It's a beautiful walk.
is beautiful.
I just say you don't have to be good at your hobby. Like
Just do
I am
it,
not
innit?
good at sports. I am not good at. I'm okay at art.
Sorry.
I have got a creative sense.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, but I'm not very good at it. Like I'm not a professional. But I enjoy like
If
painting
it's
or
fun,
something. It's
do
fun.
it.
So have a hobby, please, because
Have some
otherwise
fun, yeah.
you're
In a
a boring
halal way.
person.
Don't say Malika and Oman told you to have fun and end up
have a
somewhere
hobby
else.
and then ended up your hobby being
in a
like-
halal way.
What's a haram hobby? Do you have personal goals? Do you have personal goals?
Yeah.
I just want to give you an example. I have loads of personal goals. I'm not going to sit here and share all of them because they're personal goals.
There you go. That's what I just
The point
said.
is, but it's an example.
Go on,
You have to
Iman will
give an
give you an
example to
example.
inspire other people.
Just
Okay?
don't mind.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to inspire you guys to have personal goals. One of my personal goals is not, I won't say it's an academic goal, but I would say it's a more societal community goal. I don't like the way this system works in terms of the class. I don't like the way this system works in terms of societal issues. I don't like that we have so much health inequality and so much ignorance around it. And that is a gap that I want to bridge. And that might be through like things like widening access. That might be through just giving people that extra boost to get the help they need. The ones that can't afford it or don't know it's available or don't have the means to be able to get that help. Because everyone says healthcare is for everyone. You look into that,
it
it's
really
not
isn't.
for everyone.
It's not for everyone. It's for people who can afford it.
That upsets me. That's a personal goal. That is something I want to work on. So when I say personal goal, this is what I mean. I don't mean like your own, you have your own other personal goals, that's different. But when I say personal goal, I mean what are you doing to contribute to society? Like what's your societal, when you die,
what legacy are you going to leave behind?
Exactly.
What in your 5 years at university have you done to make a difference in this community?
You don't have to build a legacy in 5 years.
You can input little things.
Plant the seed for what.
It's like, you know when you grow a tree, does it grow instantly or does it take time? Over time, over with nurture.
In James and the Giant Peach. No, in
real life.
In the one where, oh my god, how could I forget?
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk. In
real life,
the beanstalk grew very fast.
In real life, when you plant the seed, does that fat tree grow overnight? The one that's taller than you. Everyone's taller than you. The one that's taller than both of us put together.
It could
No.
grow. No, it couldn't.
Am I bad, sure?
Well, if you give it the right.
No, it does. It doesn't. Okay? It does not. It does not.
I understand the analogy. Fine.
Listen, I've had enough. Continue this.
Your trees take time.
It takes time. You got to nurture. You got to give it, the water.
You also can't plant the seed and ignore it.
No, you got to plant it, continue watering. You've got a commitment now. So you got to come back. You got to give it the nutrients that it needs.
It's like having a baby.
Okay.
A plant is like having a baby. I'm being serious.
Okay.
A commitment is like having a child. Okay. You can't ignore it. It's there in the back of your mind. It's annoying.
It has to be, okay.
It's nagging you.
Okay, whoa. 1 second.
Also, this is accurate for someone who doesn't have a child. You guys, that are parents, are going to understand. It's there. And you need to be, and you're responsible for it. Now you have to feed it and make it better, and you have to make sure that it doesn't hurt anyone else.
I don't think you want a child. I don't think you can tell.
So you now need to nurture that idea. Just have that idea, have that baby, and make it bigger. And nurture that idea, and give it your time and your attention and your care. And you will find it making a difference. Like when your baby, who you put care into, it smiles, and you're like, oh my god, this has changed my life. That tiny little project of yours that was just a rant, like you started off with it being, I just called a baby a project. That you started off this idea with, you were just annoyed because you saw something. Suddenly, it smiled. If something has changed, and you started that.
Like if you see something you don't like and it's wrong, then go and make a difference. Go and change it. And we're not saying, okay, somebody's fighting someone, you go and fight for them. No, we're saying use your head and find a way to change the situation. Step back and think, what can I do to change the situation of this person and the other people? You got to use your mind here.
That's what I mean when I say don't just do your uni and go home.
No.
Uni extends, it should be a life, medical school is a life experience.
This is going to be your life for the next 20, 30, 50, 80 years, however long you live. For some of us, you're already old. But
so when people are there like, oh,
I've got this, I got to plan it. No.
All I can do is, and they're like, all I can do is uni. I'm so busy with uni, and they don't go beyond. And they're like, why do you do so much? Why are you doing? What about your own career goals? But also, what about your own personal career goals? Your extra things you want to do, your difference you want to make. Strive to do more. Whatever you're doing right now, all I'm going to leave you with this on this topic is whatever you're doing right now is not enough. I will never tell people to slow down, unless obviously it's affecting them and I can see that it is. Whatever you're doing right now is not enough. Strive to do more, because the only thing stopping you is you. Okay? Plan it, strive to do more, and you will. Leave it to Allah and think, Ya Allah, sometimes I get so overwhelmed, I sit down in prayer and I'm like, Ya Allah, I have really big goals and I have loads that I want to achieve. Can you just help me put it into perspective? And then it works out. It actually I'm like, okay, I'm going to plan it in this way, I'm going to prioritize, and I managed to get through those things.
Charity week, we planned it in 2 days.
I was so overwhelmed. I was like, a lot is going on and we need to sort this out. How am I going to do this? And then suddenly I was like, right, let's make a fat spreadsheet, and we worked on it over the weekend and we felt better. That is what I'm saying. Whatever you're doing now is not enough. You can do more. So get up off your ass and do more.
I agree with what you say up to an extent. There is some times where you're like, okay, it's too much for me right here, right now, and it's okay to step back. Don't ruin. She really doesn't agree with me. Don't ruin your mental health or something. If you think you can't take it, then you can't. You can't take it. You know, for some people, like I'm saying this right here, for some people it's easier to take on more, and for some people they can't do it.
That is true, but don't let yourself be an excuse. How are you going to know if you haven't tried? How are you going to know if you're that person?
But at the same time, if you believe that you can't do it, try.
No, that's a blocking mindset though.
No, but you can try to an extent.
You can sit there and go, I can't do it, I can't do it. That's a blocked mindset.
No, but the thing is, try.
Yes,
but if you personally, if you believe, like you're saying, make your basket bigger, make your basket bigger.
Yes.
How big are you going to make your basket till it's the whole world?
No, because there's no shame in doing something and thinking, actually, I can't do this, and stepping back.
But that's the thing.
But
say I've got this in my basket, and someone's like, you know, it comes to a point where you physically can't cope with doing anything else.
But you're trying, isn't it? That's what I'm saying.
But that's the thing. Sometimes
some people,
it's better. The
thing is, sometimes
it's better not to do it. If you know, like we tried.
And stepped back.
I didn't try.
I tried.
I was on the committee. I tried helping, but I knew I couldn't do it, so I stepped back.
I tried. So I tried, and there was no shame in next year. I was like, I'm not going to apply to this.
This year, I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but the thing is, it comes to a point where if you
think
it's going to be worse, take a step back.
Let's talk about the last one. So, for sake of time, the most important commitment and the sixth, the number 6 thing that you can do,
that you should do,
that
you have to do
in your life.
No, not should. You have to do.
The thing is,
religion. There is no life without religion. I'm sorry.
I've heard from a lot of people who are like, right, uni, I'm going to graduate, and then I'm going to take off time and do religion. What does that even mean? If your religion begins, all of the things we talked about, they come from religion. So your charity, your personal goals, your personal development, all of that, to me, comes from my religion. If I'm not learning about my religion and practicing it now,
what are you doing?
At university, 6 years of my life, what am I waiting for? Who knows whether or not I am actually going to graduate and survive to see the day where I take off 2 years and study religion.
But the thing is, isn't it, you have to be one of 3 things. I will explain it to you. But the principle of it is that you have to be one of 5 things?
One of 4. So basically, the hadith is that you should be a scholar, be a student, be a devotee, or be a follower, but don't be someone, the 5th thing, and the 5th category is someone who just practices religion based off of like hearsay. So
you said this to me and now I have to follow it. You don't question it, you don't go and seek for yourself, is what they're saying.
So any of the other 4, these people have actually studied, are studying, are in the process of questioning, seeking knowledge, etc. So basically the point goes to say that always strive to be someone
as
who
a Muslim,
is seeking.
Always seek knowledge. You can never be up there. You could be the biggest of all scholars and still have more to learn. So as a student of religion, student at university, whatever, always seek knowledge of your deen, because that is the one thing that is going to help you. You should take out time out of your day. You might say, I have no time. Allah is the giver of all time. So take out that time of your day. Take out some time to read the Quran, time to read the translation, time to, learn about your deen, whether it's about fiqh, aqidah, anything. Take out like a certain thing in your time. Say you wake up at 8 o'clock. Wake up an hour early, wake up 2 hours early. Do this before, one thing I learned, you do it before you start your work, and it really puts barakah in your day.
You start your day and your day starts on the right note.
Even if you do it in the night.
Or
either way, just get it done.
I do believe that some people actually don't have the time. And that is fine. That is why when you incorporate, that is why you incorporate things into your daily routine. So, for example, I wake up at 5:30, and sometimes still I don't get the chance. So what I'll do is I will read the Quran on my commute, or like I will read the book
to the hospital,
on my way to work.
What you do?
you read a book, or you can read the Quran, or you can like listen to it, whatever.
Just read
but that's
through
your
some-
time
yeah.
to actually do that. So like
Maybe
you
about
have that
30
time.
minutes, that 20-30 minutes you have.
Or if you're
travelling.
walking, do it
Or
when you
walking.
walk.
Just make use of it. You can literally chuck in some Quran in your AirPods, some translation.
Your lunch break. Do it on your lunch break.
An
while you're having
Islamic
your lunch.
lecture, anything. But you should always strive to be seeking knowledge.
Whatever your religion is, by the way.
You don't have to
Whatever
be
your
Muslim.
religion is, I think incorporating knowledge of your religion. I know other friends, I have other friends who are whatever religion, they incorporate their religion into their life, and that makes them a better person as well, because they're actively learning about something else, something that primes their action, something that drives what they're doing. So it's really important. We're going to summarize because this video has probably gone too long anyway. So 6 things. There were 6 things that you can do, you can add into your life to make university a
And
more
this is just 6 that we thought
experience.
of
There's
within the minute we were
probably
sat here. There's so many more.
These are the 6 that we like to add into our life.
Charity, friends,
Family,
family,
your non-academic personal goal commitments.
sports and hobbies.
Yeah, and then obviously your
religion.
religion and just improving yourself in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
If you guys have any comments,
and if you
please
want to
comment.
know more about friends, go back and watch that first video.
I think you should watch them all together in a playlist. Put
I can upload them to Spotify for you.
On your commute to work, put this on your AirPods and listen to this, and inshallah it will benefit you. And
yeah.
if there are any criticisms, please
Let
put
us
them in the
know.
comments. And
Or if you
share
don't want
this
to,
video.
message us privately on Instagram.
That's true as well. And if you benefited from it, share it.
Yeah,
Even if you
yeah.
didn't and you thought it was rubbish, share
Still
it
share
and
it.
tell your friend this is rubbish, lol.
But still share
But
it.
share it anyway.
Yeah.
And
Either way, I want to see a share.
yeah, and I want it shared to a group chat rather than one person because I'd rather 10 people at once. So
You know all these
share.
university group chats, just gonna go through a sender now.
Can you guys share this to
Spotify
any group
sit down
chat?
with it.
Here's a challenge. Share this to all the group chats that you are on. That's it.
Assalamu alaikum. In a bit, lads.